Hamish Rutherford to take the first ball off the chase. Required run rate of 7.35. Cougar line. It's full straight away, and Rutherford says thanks very much. What a start.
That's a heck of a start indeed. Hamish Rutherford is the full ball once again. Almost just a defensive push. Races across this outfield.
It's a prime example using the pace, because that was effortless from Hamish Rutherford. No real swing required, just in good position, well balanced. Outstanding timing. And again he gets width, and again he goes to the boundary. Back to back for Hamish Rutherford.
Classy from Rutherford. These two deliveries you want to face first up, walk out to open the batting. These are those two. Just over-pitched outside the line of off stump. Cover up inside the circle and just a free swing of the arms. Lovely timing on both occasions from Hamish Rutherford. He is away and racing already.
Yeah, I think they're going to be busy comes today. If Hamish Rutherford sticks around for any length of time, loves that shot, plays that down slip in place. Probably a good thing from the Brave point of view.
Yeah, well, it's good to see they have.
Scott Kugelheim makes the breakthrough. The captain has gone. Just couldn't get away from it. Kugelheim following him. Taking the space away, which brings Neil Broome to the crease. What a career he has enjoyed. Servant of the game, Neil Broome. Job to do here.
Love this field. Leg slip in place. Slip man out on the hook as well. Really attacking field for the new man to the crease.
Call that a delivery to the field, that's for sure, but it's gone to the fence. 1 wicket down, but 12 on the board.
was setting him up for the short ball. It goes the length, delivery just outside off stump. Big edge from Neil Broom. That one just races away as well. Outfield in wonderful shape here at University of Otago Oval.
Verma. Slightly expensive, but his 44th match, so he's been around the traps for a while. Closing in on 50 wickets, T20 cricket. Great milestone that'll be. It's today his day, he was good with the bat. Did a job, and that was an edge, surely. Was that off the pad bat? Seifert diving away, couldn't glove it regardless.
Wide on the crease, and just keeps angling in. Tad on that occasion. Yeah, that economy rate might be a touch high, but he bowls a lot of the tough overs for the spin side. You can see him bowl an over or two in the power play, and then often the man tasked with coming back and bowling at the dead for this side as well.
Just rolling the fingers over that one, Clever. Didn't see a lot of variation in terms of between top pace and off pace. There wasn't a vast difference in speeds throughout the bowling innings for the bowls. Just wonder whether Norman might take a different tack.
Yeah, which is quite interesting for the fact that the spinners were the bowlers that actually dominated, that took the majority of the wickets.
Pace off again from Verma, and that one was just chipped up.
Generally when you see spinners dominating throughout any cricket really, but T20 cricket, you think that there's generally a little bit of spin or grip and hold in the surface. And so generally when that starts to happen, the fast men follow suit as well. They go to their cutters and knuckleball and try and make life difficult. But we saw a lot of on-pace deliveries from the Volt seamers. Whether the Brave have just thought, perhaps we'll go down that spin route, we'll try and bowl cutters, we'll try and bowl hard into the surface, see if we can have a bit more success.
Clipped off the pads and it's runs. Just the one though. It's a good start for Verma. Just a couple of singles. Yeah, Craig Cumming was asking a question about the spinners for the Volts. I'd be really interested in your take, Frankie, about it wasn't really the turn that was doing the batsmen out there, it wasn't the length of the ball that they were bowling, and it looked like they were bowling quite full. We've seen other spinners have dropped it a little shorter, asked the batsmen to make decisions that way. Oh, it's a faint edge. No, it's a half-hearted deal. What did you make of the length of the spin bowlers today?
Yeah, I think they have a really nice mix of spinners. I think that's what really helps this bowled side. So the ability to have a wrist spinner, left arm wrist spinner come in, the ability to spin the ball both ways. Got Finney, who essentially bowling fast off spin, not really looking to turn it, and then the left arm spin of Kitchen. Just makes for a nice varied attack. 14 for 1 after 2. But I think what they did really well is they actually mixed their pace up and down a little bit. Didn't go silly with it, but just the ability to try and control length. So it felt almost as though the spinners were just a step ahead. Felt like whenever they got the feel that the batters were going to use their feet, were going to come down at them, they were a step ahead. They were better, they were able to throw it wider, they were able to hold their length back, so they couldn't get to it. And then there are a few full tosses that didn't quite get punished, and a little bit when it's just your day, it's your day.
14 for 1 after 2. Run rate not the issue for the Volts here. Just a chance to take a breath and regroup after the early loss of Hamish Rutherford. Scott Kugelheim comes back for number 2. Fended away away into the leg side. The throw had to be on, it wasn't.
You wonder if perhaps as well, maybe the wicket is just starting to slow up. I think it looks really nice with the new ball. Looks like it's sliding on well, but just perhaps starting to hold a touch. This is the 4th T20 game played on this surface. I think sometimes it's just a little bit the momentum of the innings. I think they bowled their spinners at good times throughout the first innings, did the volts. Able to bowl the spin a lot to the new batsmen when they came in. Just able to settle into your spell.
Slashed away, but stopped at point. Carlton and Clark, who was so good with the bat earlier on today. He's a good fielder too, is Clark.
Just a super relaxed character to go with it. Just seems like he has time of his life out there playing cricket. Not too much phases him, never too worried, too up, too down.
Sport in the family and the Clark whānau for sure. Oh, pulled away, that's nice. Gee, that sounded good too. Lovely shot from Finney. It probably needed that, the volts, just a little valve release. And that's just a lovely shot.
Yeah, Kugeline going to the change of pace once again, just rolling his fingers down the side of the ball, and the sound off Josh Finney's bat then. Absolutely crunched it. It only takes one shot as well, and he gets a field change with it. Gets rid of that catcher. And on the offside, they come into a mid-wicket to strengthen that area up.
It might go in Leon Eibel's sounds of the day. Now that's gone over the top as well. Not quite as well timed as the last one, but it gets the same result, 4 runs.
They look to strengthen that area, putting de Grandhomme in at mid-wicket. The short ball gets high up on the stickers. But still, Finney knows if he can get it up and over that man, the outfield will do the rest. Back-to-back boundaries now for Finney.
Starting to move, Josh Finney. 23 for 1. Third over of the power play, Kugeline. Get his full Yorker length. Well dug out by Finney this time. Broome will be on strike for the final ball of the over. Good change up from Kugeline.
That's what a couple of boundaries earlier in the over affords you as well. His fielders in the inner ring, just sit back a touch, just trying to defend the over, and then able to pinch a single, get down the non-striker's end.
Broome clubs it out to mid-wicket. Comes through for the single. That's the end of the over, 25 for 1. I really like that from Finney in the last over. I feel that single off the penultimate ball of the over is an insurance policy. If you're starting to feel like you're hitting it, you want to get down the other end. Then what you're saying to your partner is, have a free crack at it. If you hit a boundary, I'll be on strike next ball, and it just means you're in. If they get a single, it's just a bonus run. But I think it's a plan to make sure you are ready for the next delivery of the next over. Matty Fisher into bowl, still young in his career, and Henry Cooper's on the mic for us. Henry, good afternoon to you.
Hey Sumo, how are you?
Mate, I'm sharp as a marble, thanks. Mate, at least we've got some Tai Tukaro weather here, I reckon. It's got a bit
but I mean, a little bit older, just held up a touch. Oi, that's good gas.
This is a good start from Matty Fisher. He's got some genuine heat to him, mate.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's not nice in the nets, I'll give you the red hot tip. Especially he's bowling well. He started off raw, and he's sort of dialed it in now where he's quite accurate and he knows exactly where it's going and he knows exactly where you don't want it. And it tends to be dark and gloomy here at the Dunners nets as well. And hang on. Where? Where do you want me? Do you want me on the ring or where? Oh yeah, I like this one.
You're currently commentating the game, Henry, just so you know.
Yeah, okay.
Which I'm enjoying.
Oh, look at that captaincy, isn't that nice?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's, yeah. I think, well, to be honest, this wind swirling out here, which plays on your mind as a batter as well. Yeah, it's sort of, it's starting at the long side and probably finishing the over at the short side. It's sort of, where do you target as batter a little bit? It sort of felt like that while we were out there as well. Oh, yeah,
Edge gone. Seifert takes the catch. Matty Fisher gets the wicket. Fourth ball of the over, and he was a threat from the first ball he bowled today. Crucial breakthrough for Northern.
Just squares him up a touch there, looking to drive hard down the ground. Finds the outside edge. Finney has to go for a runner ball 10. Volts 26 for 2.
Slightly.
Anaru Kitchen comes to the crease. 26 for 2. Henry Cooper's mic'd up for us. Well, you called it. Matty Fisher is an absolute double threat out there, Coops.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I'm parked up at the penthouse now. I'm going to have to warm up the hands, I reckon. Oh, yeah.
You guys must feel you're in the game behind the stumps right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now I got Seifert on my ear, though.
Whangarei boys can handle that sort of stuff, mate.
Yeah. We're born and raised in the heat. Yes, he was.
For the wicket. On the one.
Oh, nice bowling, Fish. Hell of a set.
That is one heck of an over to bowl. Fourth of the power play comes to a close. 1 run from it and the wicket. Coops, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Keep checking in.
It's 26 for 2. Oh, it's up in the air, over the top. Risky from Broome as Freddie Walker starts his overs. Back in the side today, Freddie Walker. A couple of Walker boys here, Joe as well on the side.
Yeah, he'll be encouraged how he saw the vault spinners go. No doubt will have taken a lot from how they went about their work.
That's a wide call. No turn at all. It's always angling away and just continued on its merry way down the leg side. Good keeping in the end. It's after that line. Unfortunately, just not quite hitting the spot here, Freddie Walker. That one goes to the fence for 4.
Yeah, still on the power play, so still only allowed the 2 fielders out. No protection behind square. So Broome just gets across to off stump. It's the low full toss. Knows he just has to get a little bit of bat on it. He's away laughing.
I see a lot of that shot selection from Northern against spin. Broome's trying every trick in the book here, just to put pressure on Walker, not let him settle. I think that's clever batting. It's experienced batting. So no matter where you put it, mate, there's going to be some bat in the way.
And it's recognising that the spin was clearly tricky to play in the first innings.
Yes, Fred, that's your link there, Fred.
Look forward to that one. Yeah, Seifert, you can hear him behind the stumps. That's more like it for Freddie Walker.
There's a batter sometimes against the bowling types that are going to be tough. You actually have to take more risks. You have to try and knock them off their length. Just try and get yourself ahead of the game. Because if you just let them run in and bowl to you, let them settle in, it almost makes your job tougher down the line. So when they first come on to bowl, you're prepared to take a few risks, knowing that actually you could get the reward from it later on.
Again with a sweep shot. That's nice from Broome. Very well executed shot that.
Let's go, boys.
Anyone watching at home about how to manipulate the field, this is absolutely it. Square leg gets brought up inside the circle. Lots of space either side of that man at deep wicket. Powerfully hit sweep goes for 4.
Little chip and has to stop in his tracks. Neil Broome get back in his crease. That's the 5th over done. It's 37 for 2.
Come on, boys, come on.
Northern were 50 for 1 at the same stage in their batting innings. Anaru Kitchen. Burma comes in, Kitchen goes long. Has he got enough? Yes, he has, over the top. 1 go away for 4. Reeled in by Jet Raval, the captain.
See, even 2 wickets down, still understanding that this is one of the better times to be out there batting. New ball still sliding on.
Hi friends,
Trying to
please
make use of
subscribe my
these field
channel
restrictions.
friends. Please support me friends. Please subscribe my channel.
Missed out there, got short and wide, offside all up inside the circle, unable to put it away.
Would you have expected Matty Fisher to come back and bowl this over after his first?
I think they would have been tempted. Figures 1 for 1 after your first over and looking a handful, but I think they back the skills of Verma just to get them through the power play. That's almost his role in the team is to bowl up top, be able to swing the ball. They often look to use him to bowl this 6th over. One of the most expensive overs statistically in T20 cricket, so I think they've just gone to their experienced man, back his skill set in this situation, and then it actually leaves you a few overs of Fisher up your sleeve to really attack through the middle as well.
Swing and a miss this time. Andrew Kitchen.
It's the change of pace again from Verma. Conversation between the two batters, just saying it feels like it just stopped, just stopping in the surface. Hard to get your timing when it feels like that.
That's quite pronounced. Looking at that on replay. But there's no doubt for me that that's crucial. Yeah. If you're a bowler like Verma, there's not a lot of swing in this ball today. Conditions aren't really suited to that either. And just hasn't been able to generate that kind of shape at all. But Verma's your change of pace guy. Just chip out a wicket here. Just puts even more pressure on the Volts. And your real express pace and Kugelheim and Fisher can do what they want to do. Had to wait on that one, did Broom. That is the end of the power play, 41 for 2.
It was a great start to the Bolts innings. Back-to-back boundaries. Hamish Rutherford off Scott Kugelheim, and then almost out of nowhere, just like giving slip catching practice, all outside edge for 4. It was 12 off the first over. Then the runs just dried up a touch. The odd boundary here and there. Finney nicked off to a full ball. And then when the spin came into the attack, it was taken full toll of by Neil Broom. Comparison after the first 6. Brave were flying 58 for 2. Volts, consider it a solid start. They've kept up with the original required run rate. Brave wouldn't be unhappy with the work they've put in the first 6 either. The ability to pick up 2 big wickets.
Nicely poised this match. Matthew Fisher, excellent first over. 1 for 1, bowled with some pace. The youngster, now he's up against Neil Broom.
His line's been excellent, Fisher. Fisher to Broom, you can't give him any width, and with that pace it'll go quickly. Broom's trying to get it through that backward point region, but it's nearly off stump. Brings in the chop on. They can't afford to have any overs off the Brave. They've got to be there every ball.
They have to keep picking up wickets, don't they? Have to keep chipping away. They're going to defend this total. Interesting that spin hasn't really played a massive part yet. Interesting to see just the 1 over of spin. How Jeet Ravel is going to rotate his bowlers, bring them into the game. Oh, that swung away. That was a good sound off the bat, all the way for 6.
Hi friends, please subscribe my channel friends, please support me.
Well, he's in striking mode,
Please
Kitchen,
subscribe my channel friends.
that he's wanting to punish the ball. This is just back of a length. You'd actually say a good length, and he's just opened up, premeditated to the gap, and used the extra pace. High risk but high reward.
Got the length he wanted, and he went after it. That'll be wide down the leg side. Just a little shuffle across the stumps. Anaru Kitchen there. It just forced Matthew Fisher to change his line that he got wrong.
And just with that shuffle across, he gets deep in the crease as well. So it's almost that way of trying to create length that he's after. Ability to get under the ball. You see what Fisher was trying to do there, was trying to pin him, Yorker leg stump. Just lost a little bit of control down the leg side.
Changing the field now, deep mid wicket's gone back, third man's come up inside the circle. Protection on the leg side. Go short, wide. Just be the one this time.
Lovely boy.
Also wonder why they made that change, because it's a high risk shot to step across against the pace and hit it to mid wicket. Sometimes you've got to say, I don't mind you playing high risk shots, and that's a really tough one, and you can pick up a wicket. He then brought up third man and then bowled a bouncer outside off stump.
Pace off this time, just be one out on the leg side. Yeah, it's a good point, Craig, because you always talk about bowlers forcing the batter to play a high risk shot off a good ball. And if they do that often enough, you're going to be in the game, you're going to create opportunities.
Yeah, that's all you can ask. It's when you miss and they hit, that's the problem.
He just won. Plenty of protection on that leg side. 11 from the over, 7 bowled, 52 for 2.
Hi friends, welcome to our channel. I'm Pradeep Kumar. Please subscribe my channel friends. Please support me.
Equation's 95 from 78. That should be under control for the Otago Volts. Partnership developing here between Neil Broom and Anaru Kitchen. 26 from 22. Northern Brave need to keep chipping out wickets here if they're going to stay in this match. Time for some spin. Joe Walker. Pretty good numbers in terms of the average and the economy for a spinner, especially when you play a number of your games at Seddon Park in Hamilton, which is one of the smaller grounds in New Zealand. Those numbers are pretty good. He's got an important role to do here.
Lovely boy, lovely.
Some big pockets on the leg side, especially to the off spinner where the pitch is at Uni Oval. Someone like Neil Broom, he may target the players' entrance in the middle of the grandstand. It's always a good angle. Only one player in backward point, very fine. He's already shown the liking for the reverse sweep.
He goes to reverse right on cue, Craig. He's played it really well, good control. He'll come back for 2.
What I like about that shot is it's quite controlled. He's not trying to whack it, he's just trying to get it. He's trying to beat that fielder, and he's going to get 2 if he does. If he times it really well, he'll go for 4. Now it puts a problem into the field setting for Raval. Does he have to bring one across?
Oh, Coops, lovely Coops. Lovely in there, Coops.
Hard sweep this time by Broom. Plays that shot well. Plays it control, but it's down over top of the ball. Rolls the wrist at the end. Just looking at this, I mean, it's that mid-range total that Otago have to be careful of. Oh, that's in the air, but won't carry again to that man at long on. Wasn't far away.
We've seen that so often today. Very rarely do you do. Sometimes not as evident on big grounds like at Hagley. Frank, you play your home games, I mean that's falling 25 metres short. Often you're calling 2. I just think it's one of these ones. Very rarely these days do we see it, but Neil Broom, if he bats well, he gets 60 not out, they win this game.
Straighter that time. Looking for 2. Just be 1. Good work by the fielders. Steady first over from Joe Walker, just the 6 from it. It's 58 for 2.
And I say that goes back to that first innings, and Mickey, you were talking about not losing 2 wickets and clumps, but actually having one guy set. Neil Broom, if he bats normally, he'll go at a strike rate now. He'll keep a strike rate around 120. But it's just smart batting, and they can then bat around Neil Broom. Different story if you're chasing 170. You need to go at both ends.
Tago Volts made a steady start, 89 from 72. It's in control, even though that blue worm is slightly under the Northern Brave. Wickets in hand. Walker.
One lads!
Walker boys, it's spin now, and we saw that spin was so effective.
Don't mind that, lovely boy!
Tago Volts, in fact, it was game changing in terms of bringing the score down that the Brave were looking to get a number of wickets throughout, so you can see why the Northern Brave have gone to their spinners to try and get the same sort of traction.
Lovely Fred. Hey, coach!
I read a stat the other day, and I'm not sure if it's right, but Bolts have lost 8 games in a row in this format. The last one they had was actually on the 2nd of January of this year at Mount Bay Oval against the Brave.
So they're due, is that what you're saying, Craig?
Lovely.
Well, the other question is, when you look at this, do they know how to win? Have they got the confidence based on that? No.
No, not if you lost 8 in a row. Because that can be the nature of T20 cricket though. You can get on a bit of a roll, good and bad.
Lovely Fred.
That's where I guess you rely on those experienced players, the likes of Neil Broom, Anaru Kitchen. Played a lot of T20 cricket all around the world. The other guys that have to stand up, get your side home.
Well, there are no more experienced players in the domestic game than these two. I'd say they've been around the longest by a lot.
It's hit hard. Protection out there on the offside for Walker. Just ones and the odd dot. This is good from Brave.
Good morning friends, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe my channel friends.
Squeeze.
Lovely boy, lovely.
Single. Just 5 from the over. They're all singles. 9 overs bowled. 63 for 2.
And they'll get a stage where they'll talk between the two of them and say, right, maybe one of us can go now. Even 5 off, the asking rate 7.6. You're only really one more single, and it's not affecting the outcome of the rest of the game when it comes to the over or the run rate getting up. But they were talking who's got the game more suited to take on each player.
Both players like going after spin, don't they? They like to be aggressive. Joe Walker to continue. There goes an example of that aggression. He found the gap. No, he hasn't. Good piece of fielding. Excellent piece of fielding from Peter Bocott. Had some work to do to his right. At long on. He saved his side 3.
That's a good example of trying to aim for the doorway against the off-spinner Neil Broom's experienced. He was only about 2 metres away from it being perfect. That's the angle.
It's gone again. Well, this time it's Kitchen, and again it'll only be 1. Bocock's doing an excellent job at long on. He's got some ground to cover and a good arm.
You can nearly do that every ball to an off-spinner because there's so much space there. There really is, and even if you're chipping it into that area.
You mentioned it earlier, the big pockets on this ground. That's probably the biggest at mid-wicket. There goes the reverse. Doesn't find the gap. Just feel like there's a bit of pressure building here. Need a boundary just to release that pressure.
feeling something's about to happen here.
Lovely whoop, lovely whoop.
No one likes just being bowled to by the off-spinner, especially T20 cricket. I'll be looking to attack. Just strengthened up the offside, mid-wicket coming across into backward point, able to push the man round a little bit further to third, trying to protect that reverse.
Hard sweep. What a shot that is. Picks the gap between the two fielders out there. That is quality from Broome.
The protection in place for the reverse sweep, but not for the traditional one. Hit well in front of square from Neil Broome. This makes that look so easy through there.
It's so far in front of square where the hole is with that power. Excellent shot. Now he's going to look for two. Has he got the weighting right? He's coming back and he's going to dive and make it. Well done, Neil Broome. Really well played. Ends up being a good over. 10 overs bowled, 70 for 2.
You can see the intent. It was a nice early call to get back. Always aim for about the 30-yard circle when you're trying to get two.
One. Hit well in front of square.
One boundary just lifts. I suppose the so-called pressure.
That's the equation for the Volts to pick up their first win in the competition. 77 from 60, which shouldn't be too difficult, especially with two players in, a partnership developed and 8 wickets in the shed. Look at those red dots. That's where the Northern Brave lost their way in their batting performance. Lost clumps of wickets that put them under pressure. So far, the Otago Volts have avoided that. Partnership of 44 from 40 between Broome and Kitchen.
Lovely boy, lovely.
The only case you've got to say for the Brave, we need to take a punt to get 1 wicket. And the hardest shot probably here is over mid-off to the left armour. And then you also bring that into the batter's mind. At the moment, if they want to, they can just pick up a runner ball.
Swung away, should be out, is out. Just like that. It's a big wicket. Anaru Kitchen deciding he wanted more than just the singles. And Walker's done the job. Big wicket for the Brave.
Talked about the Brave needing to possibly take a punt to get a wicket, but instead they've been handed one on a platter here from Anaru Kitchen. It's bowled into the surface once again from Walker. Kitchen finds the fielder, deep square leg. He goes for 16 at a runner ball. Volts 71 for 3.
Just a surprising option. I mean, some ways trying to finish the game early, you'll say, right, we're going to go high risk. Kitchen's gone across it, square leg, yeah, small boundary, but other options are around where you can just, it doesn't need to be one in the 13th, 14th over.
Just that lure, I think, Craig, of that short boundary, the fact that there hadn't been any boundaries for a wee while. Pressure was just building. You just mentioned about the Northern Brave perhaps having to take a little bit of a risk to look for them. They didn't need to in the end. The wicket was given to them. So that changes things. Dale Phillips comes in at number 5. Good strike rate. Good average in T20 cricket. Hasn't played a lot, to be fair, but he's got an important job to do now in partnership with Neil Broome. Drake to point, and he's underway as Phillips with 2.
Fast hands, Phillips. It's a good shot this one, but on the back of Kitchen. Tried to get it up and underneath it and couldn't, and just clothed it. Perfect timing, just what the Brave needed. Phillips, good player. He's got these fast hands, good player of spin.
Well, the wicket came at a good time. Now they've got a chance to actually get some dots, push that required rate up. As soon as it hits 9, it starts to escalate rather quickly. So it's only at 7.9 at this point. Got a chance now, the Brave. Shot down the ground for 1.
Yeah, it's building pressure on Phillips, but building pressure on Broome. New experience for Jeet Raval, captaining the side. Got a good cricket brain, but always different when you're doing T20 cricket.
Excellent over from Walker. Picks up a wicket, only 4 runs from it. 74 for 3.
Does show how quickly, 8.11 now the run rate. Got to be careful, but it's on the back of losing the wicket. Like bowlers use for the Brave. Plenty of options for Raval at the moment.
Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe my channel, friends.
This is a good option, a really positive option from Jeet Raval.
Matt Fisher coming back into the attack. Jeet Raval chopping and changing his bowlers.
Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe my channel, friends. Please support me.
Here's 1 wicket as well. Key time for the Northern Brave, trying to get another wicket, put the Volts under some pressure. We're lucky enough to have Henry Cooper on the mic. Henry, Macca upstairs. That wicket came at a crucial time, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did. That was the pressure. That was the pressure. Bowling some seriously nice sets. Back to back there between the spinners.
Spinners in both innings have been really impressive, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It's still a good wicket, but it's just the spin once it's a bit older, it just seems to be just taking a bit of grip, and also with the swirling wind, it's quite hard to hit to certain areas of the ground if you bowl well. And I think, yeah, both sides have done that well so far. Hopefully we can keep going.
What was the chat during the team during that wicket break?
Let's get one more.
Just one.
Yeah, I think Broomey becomes a pretty big player for them right now. But also, can almost attack both ends. Does he take a risk now, or and we could almost squeeze him more so than actually the new man, because the pressure's probably more so on him.
Yeah, you're right. And you guys found that in your innings, you lost wickets and clumps.
Yeah.
Had 2 new batters at the crease, which is never easy.
Yeah.
That's short, that's pulled away.
Got
Work
cut.
to do on the boundary. Does well.
It's a rapid. That's
Does
nice.
really well. Keeps it to 1. Outstanding work.
Henry Craig coming here. Just go with Fisher's pace. What's he about? Because it's always hard to judge on TV.
Yeah, it's like that sort of that skiddy sort of. It's gets onto you seriously quick.
Would he be knocking 140?
I reckon so. Well, it feels that way. But yeah, it sort of depends, doesn't it? Like he's definitely in the 140 category. At the moment, he's bowling into a little bit of a stiff breeze, but he can definitely ramp it up if he needs to. It's pretty cool to see when he's in full flight.
You got Cougar line as well, so you got 2 guys that aren't afraid to bowl short and with some serious heat.
Yeah. Steer clear of that net.
I was going to say, do you just have throwdowns when they're operating?
Yeah, it is. Generally that net's empty. That is nice.
That surprised Tim Seifert, that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It doesn't look like it's any different. Obviously, you change your place in this format, but knowing that's up your sleeve, gee whiz.
Oh, yeah, especially on that length, because it's like I say, skiddy, so it's sort of that back of a length. Just, it causes all sorts of issues, and when he can just bowl for these 4 overs and just go as hard as he can, it's pretty cool.
Oh, there's trouble. Oh, he got the football skills out, couldn't hit the stumps at the back of the net. Thanks for your time, Henry.
Yeah,
Good
absolutely.
luck, mate.
Anytime. Cheers.
12 overs bowled, 79 for 3.
Needed to be a bit better with the football skills. Nearly a mix-up between Broome and Phillips. Phillips is quick, so he just took off, and that was the saving grace.
See it a lot, don't you, in terms of the bowlers, fielders having to try and kick the ball. It's not something you actually practice or train, but it is a skill that occasionally will bring you a run out.
Plenty of football played in warm-ups though, Mac.
Yeah, some would say too much, Craig.
Lovely boy, lovely friend.
See the Otago Sparks, part of their pre-game warm-up was a bit of football. No injuries or avoided that throughout the season.
I think the coach managed to pick up a little niggle having a run around in the football.
Yeah, he did. Well, that's all right. If it's the coach, you just don't want any of your players going down with a busted ankle.
No, we've got sort of the Otago-born team and the ones from outside of Dunedin and Oman that internationals were called, and I think we're none and 7. So it's a battle.
Lovely boy, lovely boy.
Especially if you're playing, because you'd be ref as well, so that makes it even more difficult.
Well, I've been booted out as ref, so our manager's taken it. Apparently I was being biased.
I find that hard to believe, Craig. Really do.
Well, my rule is the keeper can run for as long as he wants in the hands.
Lovely boy, lovely friend. And first.
But I mean, it is right. I mean, end of the day, warm-ups these days, you're preparing yourself to play, but there's part of it, you're making sure the body's ready to go, and it's about getting prepared to play as opposed to getting better before a game on the skills that you need.
They've doing a good job now. Been on top these last 2 or 3 overs, which is putting things back nicely.
Lovely boy.
Consolidation period now for the Volts, but that required run-up rate is creeping up.
And the Walkers have done a great job. Fred took a little bit of tap in his first over, but he's come back really well. Got the big wicket. Kitchen.
Oh, he's got another! That's an absolute beauty, straight through Phillips. Trying to play against the spin, it's just turned enough to hit off stump, and all of a sudden the brave believe.
Have a look out wide on the crease and the angle in. It just kept sliding in. Phillips tried to go to off stump, but smart bowling, really smart by using the crease, using angles. Phillips gone for 6. The Volt's now 83 for 4.
Lou Johnson comes in at number 6. Just starting out his domestic career with the Otago Volts. He's a good young player. Best of 72 last season. Those numbers will improve the more he plays. Comes out at a crucial time. Fred Walker has done an outstanding job here. Not only with his economy, the fact he's picked up 2 key wickets.
Lovely boy, lovely lad.
Excellent spell from Walker. Otago, 83 for 4.
Outstanding 4 overs, 2 for 23. How wide he's gone on the crease and the angle, just drifted it in, slowed it up as well. That's one of those ones, even in T20 cricket, as a bowler, you can enjoy the skill that he was able to use there. They needed him today, they really did. And after his first over, went for 11. To bounce back and get 2 for 23. Job done, well done.
Yeah, it's been a day that's been dominated by the spinners, even though the ball hasn't really turned.
He's been subbed now. 4 overs. There you go.
Done his job. Go off, have a rest.
Yeah, so that's a great result, I imagine. Nice. That is a good shot. Neil Broom. So much on his shoulders now. And he is a man up to the task.
Yeah, the shots worked well for Broom today. Love the control, the ability to get over the top of it, hit it all the way along the ground. Not trying to overhit it as well, but he picks his spot. That time it was good enough for 4.
He has swept nicely today, Broom. There was no way around saying that.
He's a sweeper.
I mean, I'm not even trying anymore.
Lovely one. Lovely. Cut!
He's got a nice touch though, hasn't he, Broom? He has swept really well today, and it's been the one way to mitigate the spin threat.
It's a part of his game he's evolved over many years. He didn't used to be a big sweeper of the ball and a reverse sweeper at all. Very strong down the ground. He was a powerful hitter. Now he manipulates where the gap is. Challenge. The question is the second one, was it needed when you've got 2 backward points? So it just creates a dot ball.
Oh, downward.
That's nice from Johnson.
Lovely boy.
Just waited on it. Then forward into the shot.
I tell you, Lou Johnson, he doesn't reverse sweep, he reverse whacks. He has the ability to play that shot, but powerfully. One of this new generation. Does he have the confidence, though, to be able to do it? That's the question.
Is the time right as well?
Oh, they want a couple, they'll have to go. And pressure on the field, it's good. It's good running.
And this is skill as well. They tried it the over before, just knock it onto the leg side. It's placement and it's timing.
And again with the sweep.
Lovely.
Just a single to finish the over, but it means Broom is on
Good
strike.
morning friends, welcome to our
92 for
channel.
4.
Please subscribe my channel friends.
I know it looks like the Otago Volts are in control of this match. 92 for 4, 55 from 36 you think is comfortable, but Brave are only 1 wicket away from being right in this match, especially if that wicket's Neil Broom. Quad rate's up past 9 now, so it will skyrocket quickly if they have a couple of good overs. Still plenty to go in this match, these last 6 overs.
Yeah, Michael Rippon next in, followed by Max Chu. Angus McKenzie on debut will come in at 9. Travis Muller at 10.
Well, if you break it down, there's 36 balls to go. If Neil Broom faces 18, gets 25, that means they need 30 from the other guys at the other end. So someone like Lou Johnson, he's to strike about 180, Rippon the next, along with Chu. That's doable as long as Neil Broom is able to do his job.
I feel like I'm sitting next to a Casio calculator. Figuring that out in your head. I wonder you're coaching some. Oh, that is clever shot. May have gone all the way. And that is 50 out for Neil Broom. Great piece of cricket, this.
Wow, what a way to bring up 50 in style. Kugelheim made a pretty good adjustment when he saw Broom make the move. Let's see if it carried all the way. On the pads.
Yeah, I think that's simultaneous because it bounces up. It's always a sign, isn't it? If it goes straight up or back, it's at the pad.
Terrific cricket shot. Good improvisation. Using the pace of Kugelheim. Talked about it throughout the match today. Is it for another half century for Neil Broome? It's come at a crucial time. What is proving to be a delicate chase here. Full and guides it down to third man for one.
Well, if you talk about mathematics, Scotty, the law of physics suggests the ball can't go up on that angle if it doesn't hit it on the full. Did that in sixth form. But Neil Broome's done his job there. I mean, what you're trying to do is you're trying to create an equation where you take away the word we often use as pressure. Well, the pressure is that Neil Broome believes he's got to score all of the runs. And he doesn't need to score the runs. He's only one part of two. And he actually can't score all of them either.
It's another single. Lou Johnson hustling through for the first, but there was never a chance to turn and come back.
No, you're right. He can't score the runs, so he needs help from his middle to lower order, and there's plenty there to help him. But the key is that Broome probably has to bat to at least the 18th over to get Otago home. If he gets out in the next 2 or 3 overs, then there's going to be real pressure put on that lower order.
Well, I guess it's only a couple of days ago we're thinking Magicians out of a game, they needed 31 off 12. And one big over changes everything in this format.
Exactly right, and that's why Neil Broome's the key, because he's the one that will be still there at the 18th, 19th over, they will win. And if he's thinking 25 off 18, it doesn't make him panic. He's thinking, that's easy, I can do that. But also you then tell Lou Johnson what his role is, 30 off 18. And then he's clear, right, well I don't mind getting a couple of singles for the next 2 balls to get myself set, and then I can go.
Oh, is it out? It's gone all the way over the top. 6 runs, super shot.
Just got to clear the boundary, doesn't have to go miles over it. And I dare say when he hit that, Lou Johnson may have had a flutter. Brings up the 100 for the Otago Volts. He used the pace, he kept it low and he kept it flat, and in the end it was comfortable enough. And this is a big over, really big over for the Volts.
He's been expensive today, Scott Kugelheim. He's got a little bit of tap coming into his 3rd over, already conceded 36. He's being targeted.
We feared he might be, given the pace, given how profitable that has been for the batters today. Slashed out. Point for 1. Very big over indeed. 14 from it. 106 for 4.
Neil Broome's been very good today. Experienced campaigner. He's been in control, a lot of sweep shots, found the gaps, taken on the spinners. There's been laps, there's been hard sweeps, there's been reverse sweeps. It's been a real mixture. But he's played all of them very, very well. And that was the shot to bring up 50. Superb knock. The other question I've got, guys, is that only 5 bowlers used. You've got Colin de Grandhomme as well. Why would he not be bowling in an over or 2? The experience.
Oh, that is lovely too. Cleared the hips, clears the fence. 4 more in the bank. Lou Johnson getting into the swing of things here.
Hi friends, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe my channel friends. Please support me.
Young man, he can seriously play. He can access many different parts of the ground. He's so strong, and he has been since a teenager through the cover region, and that is tough to access.
We were talking, Craig Cumming, before the start of the Sparks game this morning about using the feet. An example there of just what you were saying this morning. Look at where that front foot ends. The hips are open, and he's able to play that shot with ease.
He's got really fast hands as well. He's not a big foot mover. He doesn't get forward a long way, but he's got one of those techniques where his hands take over.
Lovely, lovely boy, lovely boy. Lovely Bob.
Hi friends, please subscribe my channel friends.
Joe Walker trying to tighten the screws here. Broom.
Lovely boy.
Kind of edgy on the sweep, but Lou Johnson hurries through. Here's the shot again. It's the feet. Look at where that front foot.
Yeah, he went outside leg, but he held his hips very square. And that allows him. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a reverse sweep come out, because I think he's going to say, right, I can win this game now for the Otago Bolts. One area he does hit well is that backward point.
You've called it. You've called it. 4 runs.
Yeah, but that's because I know him as a player, but he's looking at the gaps. He's looking at the gaps to hit boundaries. So he can take all the pressure off Neil Broom, and he's playing a brilliant innings here.
Well, just 1 ball left, but the last two overs have gone for 24. And it has changed the game. It's been a real Dream 11 game changer moment, these last 2 overs. Can he finish it off?
Lovely boy, lovely.
Nice looking shot out to deep cover. Single to finish the over. 11 from this one. 25 off the last 2. 117 for 4.
I can tell you a really old stat, Scotty, and
Good morning friends, please subscribe my channel friends, please support me.
Joe Walker, got more expensive as the afternoon wore on. Finishes with none for 33. And now the equation is 30 from 24. Burma comes back. Do they keep the blowtorch on here, the Volts? Oh, Johnson gets away with this. There's a big chase on, and it won't be enough. Gave it all he had. Freddie Walker couldn't stop the boundary.
we've already had a hamstring go today in the early game. I thought one was going to go here, the chase. And the dive just out of reach. But it's finish time now for Johnson. He can wrap it all up.
Steps across, it's powerful. And it's a powerful blow.
Look at that swat. I can actually tell you a story that Lou Johnson is a primary school player, played for North Otago. And there's a thing called a South Island primary schools tournament, Scotty. Macca went to a couple. Macca had the highest score of about 159, I think, in one of the games of the history. This has gone for 60, 70 years. And then Lou Johnson went out and got, I think, close to 160 in a game to knock Hugh Macca off, the highest score in that tournament.
Is that dead cert?
Yep, it is.
Doesn't seem overly convincing.
No one likes being scrubbed from the record books. Good delivery there from Furman. They're running through. The kick was on. No, couldn't get into it. Mac has been getting free tables at Christchurch restaurants based on that record for the last 10 years, and here you go.
It's in the ODT, Scotty, so it must
Oh,
be
it's
true.
Who wrote it though?
Yeah, the reporters from Omarui.
Hayden Meikle. Well, it is true. If Meeks has written that, then I'm not going to argue with it. One of the most accurate reporters in all of sport.
Got any better stats than that to bring up, Craig?
Just who's got the most centuries in that tournament, Mac?
Clipped away. I don't know what you guys did in your 20s, but I can't remember primary school. afraid. That's not what they need, the Brave. It's not what they need at all. 22 from 20 required now. The equation has got so much easier. Just 2 overs ago, we were talking about one more wicket and the Brave are back in the match. Now it's absolute alarm bells.
We have to say that Lou Johnson has done his job perfectly. Craig described how he was going to do it, and it's almost been deadpan exactly how it's worked out.
Well, look at the strike rate too, 208. It's nice from Broome. They'll come back for a couple. I guess the other thing too, for someone like Neil Broome, who's got 50 odd on the board, once he sees Lou Johnson playing the way he's playing, the confidence is there to rotate the strike and say, I don't have to be the one hitting boundaries here.
And that's a really good point, because then Lou Johnson, I think, that allows him to relax. So when they talk about the word pressure, he didn't feel as much because he trusted the man on screen.
Oh, that's a good shot too. A couple easy here for Broome. They don't mind doing it running. 17 down, 3 to go. It's 129 for 4. Plenty to get your teeth into this week on Spark Sport. Burnley taking on West Ham tomorrow 3 a.m. Just before that though, the Abu Dhabi GP, the finale of the F1 season, with it all on the line. Verstappen or Hamilton, where's your money at there? Crystal Palace v Everton at 5:30 a.m. Bengals take on the 49ers in the NFL, that's 10:25. And then on the 16th, NBA action, 76ers taking on the Heat. Abu Dhabi GP is going to be something to witness, that's for sure. There are the respective worms. Otago have timed it well.
Yeah, and I suppose the Brave may look at, they didn't get enough runs, first and foremost, but if they have a wee reflection, maybe when Johnson came out the bat, they could have made it a bit tougher for him to get down the other end. We got a single down the ground, mid-off was back, the left arm spinner. Maybe bring him up, even bring up point and let him take a high-risk option, because they needed wickets to keep themselves in the game.
I'll throw something out here. Going to run a ball now, which is the equation. Still a couple of quick wickets could make this a thrilling finale. And there's one. Lou Johnson holds out just when it looks like everything was under control.
Right on cue, Scotty Stevenson. You called it beautifully. The Brave are thanking you, because they're still breathing. There is still something here. It's Fisher. And he crunched that to Johnson, but he found the fielder at cover. It was de Grandon with the safe hands. And Johnson goes for 25 from just 13. Crucial innings that for Otago. 129 for 5. He'll be disappointed to get out at this time, but he's done his job.
Well, he's also can finish the game. He's hit that like an absolute rocket. Creamed it. And picked out a metre either side of the Grandon, and it's 4. But he's done his job. End of the day, it's still a runner ball, and Michael Rippon's a very, very good player. So they'll be okay at the moment, but Brave, they'll go, well, 5 down, get one more.
Well, we've already seen twice in this match bowlers taking wickets in consecutive balls. Finney did it. Rippon did it himself, and now he's on the other side of the equation. The spinner, Michael Rippon. It's not a bad average, really. It's coming in at this time of the game.
The key here is actually to get Neil Broome on strike. Neil Broome can face 10 or 12 of the next 17 balls. Things are okay. So Broome can face 10 or 12. Bring the field in. Good, I like it. Mid on, mid off, up. That's what you want to see. But wicket in there on 1.
Yeah, Broome. Excellent backing up from Neil Broome. He was halfway down the pitch, and all Rippon had to do was get a touch on that.
Perfect. That's exactly what's needed. Neil Broome here's job not to finish the game this over.
Hi friends, welcome to our channel.
Because that's
Please
normally
subscribe my
showing
channel, friends.
that he's getting gaps. So Rippon, good awareness of the game.
pulled away straight into the gap, but the field closes in. They shut it down, just the one. Good hustle shown in the deep.
Key for the Northern Brave is to try and get this match to the last over. Then anything happens, even if it's only 5 or 6 needed off that final over, you're in with a chance. So they've got to eliminate.
Good morning,
any
friends.
boundaries
Welcome
in
to our
these last
channel. Please
15
subscribe
balls.
my channel, friends.
Dots and ones keep them in this game.
Yeah, the field's up too, and that is a bit of the problem, because you get through that circle, bring the boundary into play, so everyone has to be on their game in the ring.
Got to try and cramp Riff on up. You've got to hit his stumps. Try and hit that front pad. He likes width, the way he sets up. He does a pre-movement, he's crouched, he's ready to pounce on anything the offside. Also brings in all 3 forms of dismissal.
Hi
Still a
friends,
runner
good
ball.
morning friends. Welcome to our channel. Please subscribe my channel, friends. Please support me.
We have a backstop play again here. Joe Walker right in behind Seifert on the boundary.
Is it going to be a bouncer for the ramp, or is it going to be the bluff?
Shot, well fielded. Tension builds again.
Again, he's got away with one there. He's given him width and he's picked out backward point.
That's our man on the mic, Henry Cooper. He's been pretty slick in that area today. 14 from 13. Hasn't Matt Fisher been good to watch today? 2 for 21, last ball of his spell. Over the top. And a dot ball to finish the over means it's 14 from 12.
Well, Matt Fisher, when he looks at what he's able to do today, the seamers have chased a bit of leather. He's picked up 2 for 21 off his 4 overs, including that he's bowled into the breeze. So it has not been easy. He's done a wonderful job. Big over now. I mean, they're all big. There's 2 overs to go. So you're saying, Mac, you want this one to go for what, 7 or 8 at the most?
Yeah, he's been outstanding as Fisher. Those figures. 2 for 21 from his 4 overs. 2 overs left. It's going to be Verma and Kugelheim that have to bowl it. Verma's going to bowl the 19th. They say so quite often the 19th is the most important.
Stepping across, gets a touch on it. Keeps it to 1. There'll be some thinking going on out there, Sid.
Yeah, there will be, I think. Verma's very good. He's got a very good cutter, off cutter, which he can put into the pitch. But the challenge for that is if it sets up, small boundary, you hit onto the bank with the breeze. Yorker.
You kill this game with 1 shot here, Craig. I think with the short boundary, you say to Ripon, come on, finish it off. 1-6, 1-4 pretty much kills the game.
The last over's a frightener, isn't it? There's something about just wanting to get the job done. If we can just close it out in the 19th, we don't have to worry about it.
Get it done. You're only 5 down. Wickets in the shed. Broom's still there. 1 shot here kills the game.
Oh, it's good. It's wide and outside. Oh, Starvin, is it caught? Yes, it is. Goodness me, it is kicking off here at Uni Oval.
Wow, I thought initially it was just bunt ball. I thought he just jammed into the ground, but it's flown to third man, short third man. Ripon's waiting for the umpires who are going to get together.
Matt Fisher's the man who has taken the catch. They are going to check. I'm with you, Sid. I thought it was bunt ball as soon as it was played.
We have an umpire referral for a fair catch. If we can check the front foot first, please, then the best view of that catch, soft signal is out. Fair catch, mate, yep. Front foot is good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just rock and roll that for me, please. I'm just looking for the fingers to go underneath the ball. Fingers are under it there, just roll it through. If you've got another look, I'll take it, thank you. Thank you. Fingers under there. Yeah, I'm satisfied and ready to make my decision for the...
Big wicket. Verma has struck. Fisher takes the catch and Ripon must depart. Another one falls and the pressure again begins to climb.
Beautifully bowled by Verma. He set it for the wide Yorker. I don't think he ever predicted he was going to get a wicket that way. But the man of the moment, Fisher, that's a good catch. Never easy in that position. And then to dive forward.
Such a difficult catch, you're right, Craig. Diving full length, getting your fingers underneath it as it's dying on you. Oh, big play. We said there was some life left in this game.
Brave line to bowl, wide hole this time of the game, especially in T20 when you've got guys moving laterally. Good trust in his own abilities, Verma.
Well, the key was the pace off, Scotty, so that actually they couldn't get the ball squirting far enough past fielders. Max Chu was outstanding with the gloves, had a busy day behind the stumps, and now he's got to do it with the bat.
There's a bit about him, Max Chu. He's got a lovely, bubbly confidence to him. I'm sure he'll be quite
Hi
happy to
friends,
be out
please
there with
subscribe my
Neil
channel
Broome.
friends.
See if he just can't put an exclamation mark on what has been a great day.
Really strong through the point, backward point region. They'll look to go around the wicket. His front foot likes to go straight down and we'll try and angle it into him. One thing they've got to do here is not let him run a two. He's very fast.
Got to keep him on strike, Craig. Got to get that infield. If you're in the circle, got to save one here. Squeeze him.
A dot ball it is. Verma is coming through for his team in a major way here. Suddenly 13 required from 9.
Just adds to the pressure. 3 balls. Get a 1, get Broome to strike for the second to last, and then if you get back on strike on the last, you can have a swing.
Chu gets it through. There is a cover sweeper.
So the key here, give Neil Broome 1. Let him have 1, and that's a win.
What does Broome do, Craig? Does he look for something more than 1? You don't want to be hitting into the last over needing 10. Then it's game on.
I think if Neil Broome's there and they need 10, it's still advantage Volts. If Neil Broome's not there, it's advantage the Brave.
I think he's going big. I think he's looking for half a dozen.
Steps across, it's gone straight up, coming in for this one, could be a catch, and will be, he's gone!
Come on! Yes, boy!
Peter Bocock running in off the boundary, and it's Neil Broome. A desultory walk from the field with the finish line in sight, he's holed out.
Oh, he was looking for the maximum. He was looking for the short boundary, got a leading edge. Good catch, really good catch. Verma has been outstanding this over. Quality bowling. It was a quality innings from Broome for 62. Disappointment as he walks back. Targo 135 for 7.
Well, if anyone said you can predict this game, and at times probably made statements that it's over, well, it's not. I mean, the Brave, they've just fought so bravely. You guys have thrown out Broome and sweep. Broome went to off stump, but he's tried to flick it, and he's just closed the face of the bat. It's a good catch. It's a big blue sky, and never easy. 12 needed, 7 balls. Angus McKenzie on debut, left-hander. For the advantage of the Bolts will be, you got 2 left-handers who are leg side for the next over is with the wind to the short side.
they've got to go. Max Chew is rapid.
Here we go. Let's go.
Oh, 19 gone, 137 for 7. I said Max Chew was quick. It's his ability to get out of the crease really quickly, even though that was a horrible turn actually. But the dive was there.
Here we go, boys. Here we go.
It's 137 for 7. 10 required from the final over, and Kugelheim has been the most expensive bowler so far today.
This is where T20 is so great. 3 rubbish overs, not having a great game, you come back and win the game with your final and your fourth, Scotty.
You can't script the storylines in this format of the game. It is the most ridiculous thing ever.
Jeet Raval's going through some new experiences, isn't he, on the cricket field? He's captain.
Yeah.
His heart will be beating, his mind is racing. And you got a man on debut who's never faced a ball at this level in this format.
We've seen some finishes so far this weekend. We really have. The Magicians on Friday night. 2 balls to spare for the Sparks today. And here we are in the final over of the last game of the weekend, and 10 needed with your young keeper and a bloke on debut.
One thing about Angus McKenzie that there'll be confidence in a way is that he can hit a big ball if he gets it. He's not a tail ender. He's an all-rounder, and he does like to go to the leg side, but he's facing Kugelheim and extra pace.
Yeah, he's up against one of New Zealand's premier fast bowlers in Scott Kugelheim. But he does have the advantage of the leg side being the shorter boundary and the breeze behind him. So if he gets any sort of back towards the leg side, it will go for 6. First 2 balls are crucial. Got to attack these first 2 balls, get a boundary, get ahead of the game.
Long on is back, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. Leg side boundary riders waiting for it. Oh, McKenzie straight over the bowler's head. That's the first one.
Well, he executed, didn't he, Kugelheim, and the Yorker. He's got the field set for both. Doesn't matter if you bowl a Yorker, you're not going to get hit out of the park, whether it's wide or straight. So, and it was the cutter.
There's a real hush around Uni Oval right now. Max Chew! Max Chew! That's out of the park, you beauty!
Oh, what a blow. What a shot that is from the left-hander. Dream 11 game-changing moment. This shot right here. Out of the screws, up into the bank.
Unbelievable. It's the full range of emotions here today, and Max Chew has sent the Volts to the edge of victory here. 3 from 4 required.
The conversation's changed. That's with 10 off the last over. Most times you're going to back the batting team. Max Chew, though, cool and calm. I think he was helped by the fact that it was straight. Field was set also for the wide Yorker. And I don't think you're going to get hit for 6 over third man through backward point if you execute. But there's still 3 runs needed, and this game's chopped and changed all the way through.
Six up in the circle now. Brave trying to defend the single.
Oh, he's gone again. That's up in the air. Oh, it's just falls short. Are they going to come back? No. Still work to be done. Still 2 required. Now it's Angus McKenzie.
Everyone's hands were on their head. Bocock was sprinting. He had to dive full stretch. Chew slips over.
He's had the half and halves in today, Chew. He was slipping over when he was keeping, now he's slipping over when he's batting. But the debutant, chance to win a game in his very first game. Can he do it? Just 2 needed.
McKenzie, he's got it all. Angus McKenzie on debut hits the winning runs, and the Bolts have made it home by the seat of their pants. What a game.
Yeah, they're standing, they're clapping, they're also relieved, the Bolts. They break an 8-game losing streak. It's been an entertaining game.